Playground!
Hooray!
This is the Deron Harris Podcast. Here's your host, Deron Harris.
Hey everybody, what's up? Welcome back to the show. I'm your host, Deron Harris, and this is my podcast. I do appreciate you joining me this week. I got a pretty decent show today, I think. I got some problems, man, with country music and what's been going on. Apparently there was the Country Music Awards. There's been another incident of the Country Music Awards not being very inclusive, or the country music community not being very inclusive with their decisions about their awards. But first, I want to ask everybody how their mental health is this week. How are you this week? Are you doing okay this week? Are you stressed? Are you overwhelmed? Are you sad? And I want to let you know that there are people out there that are wanting to help you, and they're 100% willing to help you, and you should absolutely go out and seek these channels. You can also drop me a DM if you just want to talk or anything, get some stuff off your chest. I'm a good listener. I also like to think that I have some pretty decent advice from time to time. So if you're feeling like, you're having some issues, or you can't go on, or, don't take matters into your own hands. Get with somebody, man. And like I said, most definitely you can reach out to me, and I will be more than happy to sit there and talk to you about whatever is going on in your life. So. All right, so today we're talking about country music, man, and the CMAs and the bullshit that they've been on lately, man. I mean, I'm sorry, man. I just got to call it out because I'm a musician. I produce music myself. And I like not only that, I'm a DJ, and I like all genres of music. I like all music. I really do. When I was younger, I used to go on field trips with my school to the symphony, and we would listen to the orchestra, and I loved it. I've been to the opera. I love music, and I think that anybody who has the ability to make music should be able to express themselves however they feel fit and not be ridiculed for how they choose to express themselves, or be shunned or turned away. But what it's increasingly seeming like to me, and especially in the realm of country music, is country music isn't very inclusive. They don't want to upset, I guess, the people that they claim are the only people that listen to country music, which you'd be surprised. You'd be surprised at who actually listens to country music these days. But country music is being gatekept, and has been for a long time. Country music is one of those genres that people feel that they are entitled to, and nobody else should be able to infiltrate that. Now, hip-hop used to be like that, but also hip-hop used to be one of those things where it was shunned. It was shunned by, many of the people in these same communities. It was put down. It was badmouthed. They spread a lot of bad things about hip hop, and not for nothing. There are some negative qualities to hip hop, but there's negative qualities to all music. But hip hop in particular was demonized. It was really badly demonized by a lot of the mainstream musical culture for a long time, until they figured out that it made money, and then all of a sudden everybody started embracing it. And then everybody wanted to do it. And now pretty much anybody does it. Anybody can do it. Anybody who can make a couple of words rhyme together and they put a beat underneath, they can do hip hop. And hip hop is, for a while it wasn't. For a while hip hop was very gatekept. But one thing about hip hop is they have game recognizes game. Real recognizes real. Before Eminem, there was other white rappers. There were a few other white rappers. You've heard of the Beastie Boys. And by the way, shout out to the Beastie Boys, Ad Rock. He's one of my favorite rappers of all time. Ad Rock can rap his ass off. But there were a few other white rappers. And A lot of them didn't get respect, but some of them did get respect. Like MC Search from Third Base, that motherfucker could rap his ass off. You know what I'm saying? Before Eminem, there was Everlast. Now Everlast wasn't as good as Eminem, but Everlast got respect. You know, because he was really about the culture. He wasn't using it as a springboard like Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch to make a couple of dollars. You know what I'm saying? Because it was trendy or popular. But when white men started rapping, you know, it became an eye opener for, you know, all industries. When white men started actually coming out and actually rapping, and not just rapping, you know, being halfway decent at it. When Eminem came out, a lot of the gatekeeping, you know, some of the people there were people that were upset about it. There were people that it was very mixed. There were people that were upset. There were people that were like, I don't care. There were people that were like, yeah, absolutely, let's get it in. But I come from this school right here. If you got skills, you got skills. It doesn't matter what the color of your skin is. That motherfucker could rap his ass off. So in my opinion, Eminem is and always will be and has been a hip hop artist. You know what I'm saying? He's a hip hop dude that gets respect from the hip hop culture because of his lyrical prowess and his affinity for the hip hop culture, regardless of the fact that he's white, and he knows, you know, what the boundaries are. You know, he does, and he respects those boundaries, and he still continues to make stellar music in that genre. And he is embraced by it. I love Eminem. I can't front. The motherfucker can rap. You know what I'm saying? Hey, everybody, what's good? It's Darren Harris here from the Darren Harris Podcast, here to tell you about this company, man. Manscaped. It's a company dedicated to nothing but men's personal hygiene and grooming. I'm on the website right now, and bruh, I gotta tell you, they have a lot of great products for us. There's plenty of websites out there for them if you know who I'm talking about. This one, fellas, is specifically for us. They got a wide variety of products, from electric razors for every single part of your body, including your little homies down there, to shaving bombs, colognes, deodorants, shampoos and conditioners, nail clippers. They even got deodorant for your funky behind feet. And honestly, man, I can't name everything that they have, but trust me, they have everything that we need to look and smell our best. And now that you've been put on game, fellas, you have absolutely no reason not to visit the site. I just got the Chairman Pro electric razors, and it's one of the coolest looking shavers I've ever seen. And right off the bat, man, it's extremely well made. You're going to get a lot of use out of this product, man. The shave is amazing, left my skin extremely smooth, and the Power Shave Gel smells so good, it literally smells like my wife will never let me wear it out in public. I'm a manscaper, okay? Some men don't, I do. But if you're a man and you shave or you wash your butt, then you need to listen to what I'm telling you. I think every man should visit this site. Like I said, I just got one and I absolutely love it. And I can't front. If you having some overgrowth issues, or you looking a little Chewbacca-ish down there, or you got some funk flowing, go to manscaped.com and upgrade yourself, homie. I'm telling you. These products make great birthday gifts, Father's Day, Valentine's Day, Wednesday, really any day gift, ladies. And look, man, people are starting to figure out that Santa Claus is a whole fraud, okay? Ladies, you're Santa Claus. So this holiday season, it's a no-brainer. Go to manscaped.com. It has every man in your life completely covered. So go to manscaped.com and enter code Darren to get 20% off your entire order. That also comes with free shipping. You're welcome. One more time for the people in the back. That's manscaped.com. Then you're going to go enter code Deron, D-E-R-O-N, at checkout. That's going to give you 20% off your entire order, as well as free shipping. I love free shipping. It's like sticking it to the man. You know, a lot of those gate-kept ideologies in hip-hop have faded away. The same thing in R&B. When you have like guys like Justin Timberlake or Robin Thicke, you know, there's a few other guys that have, you know, really, really, really dope R&B hits that get embraced by the R&B culture, and they get their tunes played, you know, in this culture, because they make decent music. They make pretty good music, and who am I or who are we to tell these people that's not what this is? Who are we to gatekeep that? Who are we to tell you that your art is not, it matches all the criteria? It's the same shit. has the same general rhythms, the beats, and melodies, and the singing is pretty similar. It sounds pretty much like fucking R&B to me, man. But we're able to make those distinctions, and also I think more than that, we're able to sit down and give that acceptance and say, you know what, that's all right there. But it's very hard in country music to relinquish any of that ground. I mean, Darius Rucker from Hootie and the Blowfish, right? Darius Rucker, he rose to fame as a folk rock artist. That's, in my opinion, that's what Hootie and the Blowfish are. They are folk rock artists. But then he branched off and went into country music because, I guess he liked it. And he put out a country album. Got fucking ridiculed his ass off. Just slayed for it. Why? I don't understand. Why? Why is it when black artists cross over into other genres, they are ridiculed? But when white artists or any other artists of ethnicity cross over into the R&B or the hip hop genre, they are embraced. Or also, I mean, it's like the same thing. If Lauryn Hill wears box braids, she's ghetto. But if Britney Spears wears box braids, she's groundbreaking. It's not fair. It's not a fair thing. When Beyonce came out over the summertime with her country album, which I thought was great, by the way, the Cowboy Carter, which I thought was good. It was good. It was her first attempt in the genre. Got number one, not just number one, but number two on the charts, and didn't get any nominations whatsoever from the Country Music Academy, which I think that's bullshit. I'm gonna call it out. It's bullshit. And I'm gonna do you one more. I'm gonna peel the onion back one layer deeper, and I'm gonna say the uncomfortable shit that nobody wants to say. The shit is racist. It's racism. It's embedded. It's been embedded, and it's always been embedded. It's racism. They are afraid to let people, just like who was it? It was Bo Duke, who actually came on and said, "Oh, those people, they got to come over and mark everything like it's." Who are those people, man? We're just making fucking music, and it's you people that have to take it someplace where we didn't want to take it in the first place. We just trying to make some music that we like. We hoped that you would like it too, but instead, it got fucking ripped apart by so many people. It got ripped apart so badly that she was not even nominated. So many people, this ain't country music, but wait a minute. It sounds exactly like some country music, with the only difference is it's Beyonce singing it. Now, if you would have took these same tracks and had Miranda Lambert sing over these tracks, would that have been country music to you? And why? Why would it have been classified as country music if Miranda Lambert had sang over them as opposed to Beyonce? Why? You can't fucking tell me. Or you can tell me, but you don't want to tell me. But I already know what it is. It's racism. At the at the end of the day, bottom fucking line, I don't care how you look at it, it's racism. And they stand up in it. Hey everybody, what's up? Deron Harris here from the Deron Harris Podcast. Check this out. This holiday season is like coming up on us at lightning speed. And I got to be honest with everybody. And I know some people out there are probably like me. I absolutely suck at giving gifts. And I'm always at a loss because I can't focus enough really to pick a good gift. And a lot of that is because I don't want to get something for somebody that a lot of people already have or everybody has. Fortunately for me, there's a website called Uncommon Goods. UncommonGoods.com is a treasure trove of exactly that, uncommon goods. They have some of the most unique products that make some of the most awesome gift ideas. They have clothes, they have accessories, they have tech and electronics. You can shop for your dad, you can shop for your wife or your kids, anyone in your life. Uncommon Goods really does make it easy to be an amazing gift giver. They have something for absolutely everyone. One of the great things about shopping at Uncommon Goods is you're supporting artists and small independent businesses. And who doesn't love that, man? I mean, I am a big advocate of supporting small businesses, and many of their products are handcrafted. They're made in small batches. So actually, Might be a good time to start shopping right now before they sell out for the holiday season. Like I said, the products are high quality, they're extremely unique, and most things are made right here in the United States. But that's not what I like the most about shopping with Uncommon Goods. With every purchase you make at Uncommon Goods, they give back $1 to a nonprofit partner of your choice. Today, they've donated more than $3 million, and I don't care what you say, that's extremely awesome. So if you want to go from worst gift giver to best, then go to uncommongoods.com/Deron to get 15% off your entire first purchase. That's uncommongoods.com/DERON to get 15% off your entire first purchase. Don't wait, don't miss out. This is a time-sensitive offer. Again, it's uncommongoods.com/Deron. That's my name, don't wear it out. To get 15% off your entire first purchase. At Uncommon Goods, we're all a little out of the ordinary. There are a lot of artists that have no problem with it. One of those such artists is Dolly Parton. Dolly Parton gave Beyonce, or let Beyonce do one of her most famous hits, and Beyonce knocked it out of the park like she knew I knew she would. It was called Jolene. Good song. Everybody, I'm sure, is familiar with it. Even black people are familiar with that song. I was familiar with that song before anybody was talking about Beyonce doing country music. Great song. Love Dolly Parton. Dolly Parton gave her blessing for Beyonce to do this song. And people still labeled it not country. She's not country. Well, Beyonce's from Texas, okay? And not for nothing, not only is she from Texas, she's from the fucking country in Texas. She's a country girl. But so it comes back to, who the fuck are you to tell this woman who she is and who she isn't? It makes absolutely no sense to me. It makes no sense how a committee of people can sit and pass judgment on somebody's upbringing, somebody's character, somebody's morals, just because, right back around to it. It's because it's racist. It's soaked and steeped in racism and bathed in it, and has been for years. So many black artists have faced so much ridicule for trying to cross over into that genre. They've been called, just so many things that you would not believe. Now, on the other side of that, so was Eminem. Eminem was called a bunch of crazy shit, man. Eminem was, they went in on it. This white boy can't rap. Fuck this white boy. Cracker ass this, so on and so forth. They went in on this man. They went in on him. But at the end of the day, he did not stop. It did not deter him, because his affinity was for the culture, not for these people who were hating on him. He didn't care about those people. He cared about the culture. And because of that, he poured everything he had into it. And he took the ridicule, and he took the hate, and he took the racism. He took it, and what he did is he ate it, and it turned into fuel. And what he did is he came out with some of the best music, some of the best hip-hop music that any hip-hop artist on the face of the earth. You see who he is, right? That's what I'm saying. You can't cut somebody off and say that they're not this. You can't do that. And I don't care who says that, eat my asshole with some ranch dressing. How about that? Eat my asshole with some ranch. Because you can't tell me how to express myself. You will never be able to gatekeep me or keep me from whatever I need or however I feel to express myself. You're never going to do it. I don't give a fuck about your committee. I don't give a fuck how long you've been playing country music. I don't give a fuck. You're not going to tell me. Beyonce's song, fucking Texas Hold'em, smashed it. It crushed the game. And what it did is it intimidated a lot of people and got a lot of people upset. But you know what? Fucking good. We need for these people to be upset because this ideology is old, dated, and played out. Everybody should be able to express themselves musically, especially even however you want to express yourself. You are an artist. And don't let a bunch of fucking idiots in a boardroom tell you that you're not. I'm going to take a break. I'm going to come back and I'm going to get into it a little further. This is Darren Harris Podcast. I'll be right back.
The podcast playground. Hooray!
Hey, everybody. Welcome back to the show. Today I'm talking about the bullshit that country music is on, man, and has been on for quite some time now. Country music has been on some bullshit. And I was talking about how artists have been, especially like artists of color that haven't really been embraced in that genre. And I mean, it goes back. It really goes back to, some of the greatest performers of our time. Ray Charles. Ray Charles has made huge contributions to country music. But initially, he was shunned. He was put down. He was put out of. He was not a country and western. He was a blues artist, and he's trying to come over here and take our. It's not yours. Music isn't someone's or a particular genre of people or ethnicity. It's not anyone's in particular. Music belongs to. I'm sorry, everybody, to break it to you. Music belongs to everybody. Let me say that again for you. Music, whether it be rock and roll, hip hop, folk, gospel, and even country, belongs to every fucking body. Do you hear me? And don't let some committee or some award show tell you or teach you that these things are not what they are. The Cowboy Carter is a country music album. Do not let the Billboard 100, the fucking CMAs, or any of that shit, CMT, don't let none of these motherfuckers tell you that it's not. Okay? And I don't give a fuck. And I'll sit here and I'll have that debate with any one of their executives, and I'll put it right in their fucking mouth. I'll put it right in their fucking mouth about why I think that there's no inclusivity in this genre. I will say that for you. I'll put it right in their mouth every time. You fucking racist, eat it, motherfucker. And I'm not afraid to say it. And people should stop being afraid to call it out. They should stop being afraid. It's not. Who cares anymore? Who cares anymore? I'm so tired of people being afraid to express how they really feel to people for fear that they may offend someone. Fuck your offense. Because you clearly don't care that you're offending me by telling me that my art is not what it actually is. You don't care about that. All you care about is not letting in someone who you think shouldn't be here. And that's ultimately what it is. You shouldn't be here. There was an artist that I think it was supposed to have Song of the Year and either Song or Album of the Year and Best New Artist, and nominated for the CMT, both CMTs nominated for both of those, and not only that, also nominated for a Grammy for the same music, for the same exact music. Nominated for the Grammy, and not for nothing, is the favorite to win the Grammy. Okay? The favorite to win the Grammy. But at the CMTs, he completely got snubbed out. Okay. All right, man. Oh, okay. Hell of a try, bro. Thank you. Thank you very much. Hell of a try. Don't let them shut you down, man. And I know Shabuzi ain't listening to my fucking podcast, but if you are, man, if you're out there, don't let them shut you down, bro. You come back out stronger than ever. Listen, this is how I would do it. If it was me, this is exactly how I would do it. Now, in hip hop, there's a thing called the collab. And In hip hop, a lot of people collab. There's a lot of collaboration. You know what I mean? There's a lot of, this dude is on my album. These 2 dudes is on my song. I got 4 dudes on this track. Yep. I'm going to grab up a bunch of artists. I'm going to grab up a bunch of artists. I'm going to make a bunch of different country music with different features from different country artists. And then we're going to have some hip hop added to it. And we're going to make some new music. We're going to make some music for fucking everybody. And if you don't want to listen to it, fuck you. If you don't want to include it in your CMTs, fuck you. Simple as that. And let them fucking have it. And that's, at the end of the day, that's how I really feel about it. Let them fucking have it. If that's what you want, then let them fucking have it. Don't try and listen to all the artists, these artists out here, especially these minority artists, I'll call them. All you minority artists out here, don't try and force your way into a genre that doesn't want you or a genre that doesn't recognize you. Don't try to do that. Don't do that. Make your own lane. Go places where you are celebrated. Make your own lane. Do not sit here and listen to these people tell you that you are not qualified and that you are not good enough. Because that shit don't mean nothing. All right? Make your art. Stand up in it. Do not be afraid. Don't back down. And continue to make that music. And the same thing for other hip-hop artists out there. You know what I'm saying? Make your music, man. Make this music. If you rap, you got skills, I don't care what color you are. Make music. Megan Thee Stallion got a song out, like a popular song out with a Japanese rapper, and he ain't speaking English in the song. He rapping in Japanese. Dope. Dope. You know why? Because music has to evolve. Music evolves. It doesn't stay the same. If it didn't evolve, we'd still be listening to fucking the symphony. If it didn't evolve, we'd still be listening to the fucking 19th concerto talking about, that's my jam. Music has to evolve. And the way music evolves is cultures merge. A free exchange of knowledge. You show me that riff, and I'll show you this one. Let's sit down together, man. You play the drums, well, I play the guitar. You sing, well, I rap. Whatever it is, man. You're black, well, I'm white. But you know what, man? You play great music. You play beautifully. And there is nothing wrong with acknowledging that. But all these award shows and shit like that, they put all these constraints on whether or not you can fully enjoy this music the way that you'd like to enjoy it. Well, I like country music, but since you've labeled it not country music, I guess I won't even look in that direction. Fuck y'all. That's shitty. That's really shitty. That's a way to keep people from enjoying music that they might find to be the best music they've ever listened to in their life. There could be a country and western super fan out there waiting to hear Beyonce's version of Jolene, but will never get to hear it because it's not classified as country music. See how that works? That's shitty, in my opinion. And it's only because, like I said, I love music so much. I love it. I love it. Music brings the world together. Music brings people together. But increasingly, it looks like country music is tearing people apart. Music has to evolve. At the CMTs, they were honoring George Strait. Good old George Strait. Been doing it. I mean, man, been in the game for a long ass time for me to know who he is. And I don't really listen to country music like that. I mean, I like country music, but I'm not going to go out and buy a George Strait album. I'm just not going to do that. But I know who the fuck he is. You know, I know the contributions that he's made. But he was being, they were paying tribute to him. And there was a bunch of young artists up there, and I guess they were doing his songs. And, it's covers of other songs that he did covers on. And he said to these kids, I see all you guys up there. I'm glad to doing all these songs. I'm glad I got to them before y'all did. Fuck you, George Strait. That's what that is, man. Fuck you. These people up here paying homage to you, and you're basically shitting on them by telling them, I'm glad I got to the music before y'all did, implying that it's not good. Well, you know what? I'm sorry you don't like it. You're entitled to that. But it doesn't not make it music. Simple as that. What you should have did is smiled, sat through it, and told them thank you. Love y'all. Glad I could influence you. Bunch of people up there taking pictures with you like they love you, man. But you just up there on some like, I saw Simone Biles, and she even got some shade for, I guess she was looking at the camera, but they said that she was looking at George Strait's wife with hate. Why the fuck? She don't even know who this bitch is. I don't even know you. I don't know you. Why would I be giving you dirty looks? For what? No, what it is people making shit up to be divisive. I'm sick of that shit. That patriotic, this patriotism. Lately, patriotism to me has meant racism. Okay? Anytime you see that, and I've seen this, anytime you see this, patriot, Christian, father, you're in for some good racism. Now, I've seen that meme several times, and that, man, these people are not disappointing. And it's a shame that it's got to be like that. I just wish that people could stand up to these people and say, listen, your ideology is hurting the rest of us, and we're going to need to vote you off the island. Because these people honestly need to be voted off the island. I mean, all this fucking machismo, fucking tough guy. I fucking hate that shit. But these are your gatekeepers. These are the people who say you can or can't be American. I think it's ridiculous, the divisiveness that we have going on in this country. It goes on in our politics. It goes on in our churches. It goes on in our music. Something needs to happen. Enough people need to get upset with this that they stop sweeping it under the rug. They stop covering for it. They stop making excuses not to say anything about it. People need to get upset about it. People need to get out and say, you know what? I call bullshit on that. And not only call bullshit by its name. If it's a person, you call that motherfucker by its name. Stop being afraid to tell people about themselves, because people are really not afraid to tell you about yourself. I stopped being ginger. I stopped, I stopped giving the benefit of the doubt, and I started turning right into it. You know what, man? That's bullshit. Turn into it, folks. Turn into it. Call out the bullshit for what it is, because that's exactly what it is. It's fucking bullshit. Let's do something about it. Let's say something about it. Let's be active about it. There's beautiful music everywhere. And as long as we got institutions like this in place, it's never going to really make it out there the way that it could possibly make it out there. There's plenty of songs out there, plenty of songs made by rock and roll influences that make their way into black neighborhoods that black people embrace, and vice versa. And I don't know why the industries try their hardest to keep them apart. I'm going to take another break. When I come back, we'll close this thing out. It's the Deron Harris Podcast. What's up, everybody? Welcome back. So, there you have it, folks. music has just been pissing me off lately because there's a lot of gatekeeping, I'm. It's not only gatekeeping. There's a lot of fucking seedy and shady dealings. There's a lot of disrespect, misogyny. There's a lot of fucking abuse. It's just to be in that business, just to be in the entertainment business. I'm a comedian, you know what I mean? And even in this vein of entertainment, there's seedy and shady shit, man. There's all this bullshit minutia in the entertainment industry. And I'm starting to see a lot of cracks and a lot of holes and a lot of the fairy tale sentiment that people have for Hollywood is going away. And of course, people are always going to like their music, but a lot of people are starting to get away from these major record houses and these major like industry players. A lot of people are going independent. They put out music independently, and a lot of people have great success and they earn a great living, and they don't have anybody telling them about their product. They don't have anybody telling them about their craft. They don't have anybody they're not really trying to impress anybody other than their audience. They don't have to fall into some, predetermined persona, industry persona. They don't have to do any of that. All they have to do is focus on creating art. And that's the way that it should be. That's the way that it always should have been. The days of people getting rich off of other people's art should come to a close. And the first people that should be getting rich off of your art is you. So many executives, so many companies, so many like all kinds of hands in the pocket taking money. Mos Def had now this was a long time ago, but he had a great line in one of his songs. And the song was called Mathematics. And he had a verse in that song that says, I get 16 to 32 bars to rock it, but only 15% of profits ever seen my pockets. But why? You made 100% of the motherfucking music. You see what I'm saying? But they make it seem like without them, then you'll never be successful. And that is simply not true, folks. Especially with the advent of the internet. Now that there's the internet, these people can't really tell you shit. Really what they're trying to do is they're trying to figure out how to latch on and grasp on and keep on to these people. Because you're quite capable of doing it yourself. There's so many people on social media that I have seen that have taken off in their careers because they genuinely have talent. And besides that, a lot of these people, these executives in the industry, they manipulate people. They manipulate people to line their pockets. They know you're talented. I mean, you could look at so many artists that made so much money and they look the fuck back and they manager made more money than they did, and the manager is rich now and they're broke behind the music or some shit like that. Shit happens all the fucking time. Be smart. You don't need these motherfuckers. You have everything you need to be successful. You are the one that creates the art, not them. You are the one who can give yourself the accolade that you deserve. Your fans give you, not this committee of people that tell you, you're the next hot. Fuck them people, man. Fuck them people. Play to your people. Play to your audience. Play to the people that support you. Grow your social media. Play to those people. Those are the people that validate you. You know what I'm saying? And stop letting Hollywood or whoever influence your decisions or what avenue or your art. Stop. They don't know any more than you do. They faked it until they made it just like you are. Stop letting people exploit your talent. Stop letting people tell you that what you're doing is not valid. All right? I'm not going to stay on it too long. I just saw it in the news and I wanted to say something about it because it bothered the shit out of me, man. It's just, like I said, man, it just seems like every single time, somebody of color comes out with, a piece of country music, or they get a little bit of an accolade someplace, there's a group of people always ready to tell them, relegate them back into the fucking space that they say that they should be at. When what was his name? I forgot the race car driver name. The dude that was busting everybody ass, I think he was black or mixed race or something like that. They hung a fucking noose in his fucking garage. Why? For what? Who the fuck are you? Who are these people? And why are there never no fucking cameras to catch motherfuckers doing shit? Like, why is there never that? You know what I'm saying? There's never that. It's so fucked up that it's allowed to permeate, that racism and the relegation of people to lesser status has to permeate in our society. What are you afraid of? I mean, I don't get it. I mean, are you afraid that somebody's going to be better than you? I mean, and if so, that's just a cue for you to work harder. Just like us. It's the cue for us to work harder. We don't have to work against each other. All right? So all you artists out there, keep making your music, man. Keep making your music. Keep making people happy. And any artists of color out there, if you got some good country music, DM it to me, man. I will blast it. I'll put it on. I will definitely give it a listen, and I will support you. Facts. All right? So I want to thank my parents for giving me my mouth and the brain that I use to power it. I want to thank my wife for being the greatest inspiration that I've ever had in my life and my biggest supporter. I want to thank my best friend and my producer, Jesse Yandel, for sending me inflammatory content in order to get the juices flowing so that I can get out here and try and give you guys some good content. I want to thank Gentry Thomas for the platform, the Podcast Playground platform. There's a lot of other great podcasts on the platform. It would serve you right to go to the platform and choose some podcasts to listen to. We got some good shit. We got Robert Ory with Big Shot Bob. We got Dirty Blonde with Bridget B. We got a few of them. Celebrity Jobber with Zito, man. There's a lot of good ones out here. Backstage with Gentry Thomas, the Outcast Podcast, and of course yours truly, Darren Harris. And lastly, folks, I want to thank everybody out there who has listened to me and is still listening to me. And podcast is growing. I do appreciate you. And hopefully I'm giving you guys good content. If there's anything you guys want to discuss or want me to discuss, feel free to drop a DM on me at any one of my social media platforms. I'm Darren T. Harris Comedian, Darren Teray Harris Comedian on either Facebook or Instagram. And I'm Darren Harris, or Darren T. Harris on YouTube. Like I said, feel free to drop in on me. Let me know what's popping with you. And like I said in the beginning of the podcast, if there's anybody out there, man, wrestling around with mental health issues, man, I'm that guy. I suffer myself. So, I'm a sufferer who is actually medicated. So if there's anybody out there who just wants to talk, man, I'm that guy. DM me. We can talk all day. All right. So until next week, folks, I do appreciate you joining me, and hopefully I'll see you again next week. And have a wonderful week, man. And go out there and listen to some ethnic country music, all right? Peace.
You've been listening to the Darren Harris Podcast. Subscribe to the show, give a good rating, and everything you need to know is at DarrenHarris.com.